Welcome here live inside Platt Arena where the Huntington University Lady Force are going to be taking on the Marian University Lady Knights. Hi everyone, I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, I'm joined by Drayton Blackgrove. And Drayton, we're in for an exciting matchup between the Foresters and the Knights.
We really are, and the Foresters have had a bit of a rough start this season, but they're hoping to finish it out strong. I talked with Brianna Levings earlier. She's a freshman this season, and she said that she really enjoys being coached by Coach Shondell. He's been able to really kind of change things up here with the organization. They had a really rough season last year. Their record's doing better than last year, but they've still got some things to improve on, and she said really right now they want to work on serving better and getting those points up on the board.
Yeah, definitely mentioned with their record being better. The Foresters are 8-13, 6-9 in the conference. Only had 6 wins total last year, so already we've seen the improvement. We've seen the play be even better from the Foresters as well. And as we take a look at the Crossroads League standings, see the Foresters sitting in 6th with a possible movement possibly to come for them if they can climb a little bit higher in the standings. See Marian only 4-10. This would be a good win for Huntington to try to climb up, get a little higher in those standings, maybe get some home court advantage eventually when it comes to the Crossroads League tournament with 2 more games remaining for Huntington.
Right, yeah, and tonight the Marian Indianapolis Knights, they have a similar record here as the Foresters, so it should be an even-keeled game. Hopefully they'll be able to bounce back. The Foresters have really played hard this season. We've had some really, really great games against Bethel College, for instance. They've really done well, but sometimes they just seem to slide back, and the Foresters are really going to have to play hard here, hopefully make some good things happen.
That's what the Foresters are looking to do. They're coming off a 2-game win streak right now. Beat Manchester and then Governor State out of Illinois. Also, Marian off of a 2-game win streak, beat Spring Arbor and St. Mary of the Woods College. Both teams handling business so far coming into this matchup, and the Foresters really looking to take care of business. Take a look at some key players here for Huntington. You got to think it's going to be Josie Bieber for Huntington, Ashley Drews, Daniel Gerwell. The force up front is where the Foresters seem to play well, Drayton.
Yeah, Beaver, she's been fantastic all season, and she's really one of those intense players. Another player for me is Emily Hubby. She's one of the more seasoned players, one of the more veteran players here for the Foresters. She really knows what she's doing. She really knows how to direct the team. So,
definitely. Well, we're going to take a quick break here from Platt Arena. We're going to be right back with the call of the Huntington University Lady Foresters and the Marian University Lady Knights.
Plans don't always go the way we want them to, but you're not alone in this adventure called life. Remedy Live is a non-for-profit web station that strives to produce a positive message while helping teens who need it. If we can help you, text the word REMEDY to 313131 or visit our website at remedylive.com to chat with someone there. Remedy Live. We chat, we listen, we love.
kind of this idea to bring broadcasting and film production together. Just doing media, but maybe not in the news field or in the radio field as broadcasting was.
With Fusion Media, you're not stuck in this cookie cutter route to become a news anchor or a radio DJ. There's so much more you can do with it.
Fusion Media is a way to take those everyday experiences and bring them to the students now, in the moment.
I would say there's so many opportunities for you guys to make an instant impact. We have HTV, we have live stream, we have Fuse FM. Like, we're ready for you right now.
It's so exciting as a freshman to be able to come in and right away be doing hands-on things like being a part of HTV and the radio station. And for a freshman coming in, that's so exciting to be able to do those things.
It's just really new. It's the newest idea that's been out. So no other school is going to offer a broadcast fusion media degree. We're the only one that does that. When you come to HU, you're able to really open your field and to be not just a reporter or not just a videographer, but to become someone who's multi-talented. So you can be on air, you can run a camera, you're kind of a one-man band sort of thing. You're really just given the chance to kind of run with ideas and to make stories and to create them interesting from the ground up. And that's a cool opportunity that you're not allowed to do anywhere else.
Welcome back here inside Platt Arena, where the Huntington University Force about to take on the Marian University Knights. And Drayden, as we hear the first whistle sound, see the teams coming together. I have to give a shout out here to Coach Shondell in his first season under the realms here at Huntington, and he's been doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, Coach Shondell really has, and being in the shadow of his father, a fantastic coach. It's really hard to fill those shoes, but he's done a good job so far bringing the organization back into better shape. Forster's doing much better this year than they did last year. And I spoke to Brianna Levings earlier, as I said before, and she said they're working really hard in practice. The last two practices were actually at 6 in the morning, so she said they've been trying to eat well, get a lot of rest, so they can come into these games with a lot of energy. They've been working really hard, and they really want to win these last 3 games here so they can host the first round of the conference games.
So it definitely sounds like Huntington has a plan, and like I said, Coach Shondell, maybe Tony Dungy-esque, getting the job done. The young team doing a good job so far, and can't wait for this matchup to get with these ladies. I have a nice crowd here today. The Force coming out in full effect, ready to get going at this action.
Oh yeah, it's always an exciting moment. The Forcers are here ready to go, and I feel a lot of good energy. A lot of fans here tonight to support the match, so definitely excited to see what happens here. It should be a good game.
It looks like up front for Huntington it's going to be Beaver, Drews, Mallers all starting, then Depew, Cobb, and Hubby will round out the starting lineup for Huntington. It's going to be Hubby back to serve to start this game for Huntington. Comes Marian with the hit. Hubby outside, Mallers. Our shield's right there. And first point's gonna go to Marian. Off the hit from Crystal Williams, getting blocked at the line, or excuse me, at the net. Falling down and in for Marian.
You know, Logan, we've seen it time and time again. That first point is so critical in setting the tone for the game, and the Foresters have done a lot of bouncing back and forth this year, so hopefully that won't be an issue in today's game. Hopefully it'll be consistent scoring on both sides. Beaver coming in fantastic right there.
What a hit from Beaver. Answers right back, and now we'll see Cruz come in for Depew.
Josie Beaver is definitely one of the power players for the Foresters. She's been averaging 2.9 kills a game, 215 total this year, Logan. She's been doing a fantastic job. Definitely someone you want to have on the Forester side.
Just like that, Franny Stevenson for the Knights comes back with a strike of her own. There's a lot of firepower up front, Drayton.
You got that right.
Stevenson to serve for the Knights. Hobby with the bump set out to Cruz. Stevenson there, Hoyne out wide, the bus. Here comes Cruz again. Haydenrick going to the ground. Beaver setting Cruz up outside. Block, and this was not gonna quite make it over. Point going to Marian after the long rally. Stevenson again with the serve. That's gonna touch the line and in. So an ace there for Stevenson. Good defense there from Marian. And even better defense up front for Huntington. Drew's getting the block. And here comes Sarah Vakela in for Drews. Also, we see Girlwell coming in for Cobb. Sarah Vakela to serve. Point setting up Bus. Mallis got her hand on him. That's going to flick out of bounds. Now we'll see Vakela come back out. Cobb right back in. Williams to serve. Hubby out to Beaver. Off some fingertips, down and in. Here comes a typical substitution for Huntington with Grimm and Longley coming in for Beaver and Hubby. It'll be Grimm back to serve now for the Foresters.
You know, Logan, Coach Shondell always has a method, and he's always putting the key players in right when they need to come in. He isn't afraid to change things up and keep the other team guessing, and that's one thing I definitely like about Coach Shondell.
Definitely something we've seen out of Coach Shondell and his substitutions. See Flanagan coming in for Bus for Marian. So Flanagan will be back to serve. 5'3" junior. Grimm going right side to Cruz. Count it.
She cruised her way right in there, Logan. She's definitely one of the impact players here for the Foresters, bringing a lot of intensity. And you know, one thing about Kelsey Cruz is she's always bringing this positive attitude in for the team. She's never got a frown on her face, even when the Foresters are down. And, you know, she always brings that smile around and gives the team courage, especially when they're down. So good to have her on the team.
We see the long rally still coming here. Grimm out wide to Mallers. Flanagan right there. Shields with the hit. That's going to go long. Point to Huntington. Depew to serve. Big hit there from Shields. That's not going to be returned back over the net. Marian answers right back. They're out to a 7-5 lead. Burwell down the middle.
Coach Shondell not too happy with that one.
Looked as though the ref had called it down the last play, but then the head official's not calling it. Shondell just liking a little bit of an explanation.
Looks like they're taking a minute here to figure things out.
Got to think, it looked like from our angle, it looked like Stevenson got her hand on the ground. It looked like the ball hit the top of her hand from where we were. Although the ref did call it down. This side ref did. So it'll be interesting to see what the officials decide to do here. It looks like they are going to give the point to Huntington, with the ref calling it down.
Great job there by Coach Shondell being assertive, not afraid to ask for an explanation right there, and great job to see that.
I'll make it 7-6. Cobb serving for Huntington. That's going to be Hoyne getting it over. Easy point back for the Knights. Here comes Williams right back in for Graves. Longley with the hit. That's going to go long. Three-point advantage now for Marian.
Now this lead is starting to look a little scary. Halloween is just around the corner, but don't want to get them too far out ahead.
You know, I'm more of a Thanksgiving type of guy, Drayton. Thanksgiving has to be my favorite holiday.
Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving. You can't go wrong with that turkey, especially when the Packers and the Lions are playing, you know. Good old family sporting events.
Gotta love when football's being played on Thanksgiving, you know.
For sure.
Marian not going to get that over. Going to be 4 hits there. Now we see substitutions. Hubby and Bieber coming in for Grimm and Longley for Huntington. 10-7. Point setting up Stevenson. That shot going to go long there.
Instantaneous smile right there from Hubby as soon as she knew that was our point.
And again, Stevenson's hit going to go out. Good serve there from Hubby. Huntington going to have to hit this one over, and they do. Point going to Stevenson, blocked by Bieber, right at the net.
Can you say fear the forest?
We know the Forest liked that one. Shields putting that one into the net. And Marian and Coach Pritchard will take their first time out, with Huntington storming back to take an 11-10 lead here inside Platt Arena.
Yeah, you know, Josie Beaver has just been doing fantastic today, Logan. Great to see her out there. She really brings a great intensity there for the Foresters, and I'm really glad to see them playing hard, just like Brianna told us earlier. They're just really trying to win these last 3 games.
Definitely feels like that for Huntington. They're trying to grind out these last few games and really trying to move up in the Crossroads League. And like I said, getting that home court advantage can do you wonders when it comes to tournament time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this time of the year, things are just so busy, especially with just school events and things that are going on campus in general. It's really important to get a lot of good rest and eat well, you know, and stay hydrated. You know, Logan, one of my favorite things to do to stay hydrated is to drink Gatorade. Fruit punch, you just can't beat it.
No, you really can't. That's one of my favorite flavors as well when it comes to that. And
just got to stay on top of your game, and Gatorade's the way to do it, and I think the Foresters have figured out that secret here. 11-10 now, so let's hope that they can inch forward with a bigger lead here.
It's going to be Hovey back to serve, coming out of the timeout. You see Depew going to the ground. Hovey setting up Mallers. Takes the hit. That's going to be long. Tied at 11 now, as you see Buss coming in for Flanagan and Marian. Julie Hoyne back to serve for the Knights. Right at Depew. Hubby going down the middle to Drews. Shields has to go to the ground. Williams with the hit. DePue right there. Hubby out wide to Mallers. Blocked at the net. And now Marian can celebrate the point. Forrester is almost getting it back over. Serve from Hoyne again. And Beaver blocked at the net by Williams and Buss.
Bit of frustration there on Kate Cobb's face. You know, Kate Cobb is 16th in Division I in digs per game. She's averaging 5.5 digs per game. And so far this season, she has a total of 415 digs. She's doing fantastic.
K-Cow's definitely been an anchor there defensively. See Marian putting that one in the net. Stevenson missing her last 3 hits. Has to get in her head just a bit. We see DePue coming out, cruising. Forster's gonna get some offense generated. We see Maller's gonna be back to serve. Leads the teams in aces this year, has 22 of them already. Cruz, not there. And Cobb couldn't quite get underneath it. Strong hit there from the Knights, though.
Drews and Beaver have been really trying there at the net to keep the ball away, but it's just been a little too difficult for them getting over their heads. Ashley Drews is actually ranked 48 in Division I in blocks per game. She's definitely one of the star players that have been added to the Foresters roster. And you know, Logan, the Foresters are relatively a young team this year. We got a good few key seniors and juniors here, but a lot of young talent.
Shields getting her hit blocked out of bounds. And now we'll see Cobb come back in for Huntington. Williams to serve for the Knights. Bobby setting up Beaver. Is able to tap that over. This set's shaping up to be a good one. 15-14, Knights on top of Huntington right now. But I got a feeling it's going to be back and forth the rest of the way, Drayton.
Oh, yeah, it's almost like a game of ping pong.
That hit's going to be long from Graves. You know, we see Marian kind of get like this. They go on streaks where they get about 3 or 4 points, go their way, and then you see them misfire on a couple.
Yeah, you know, it's the consistency levels on both sides is really not there. Both teams are really going to have to figure out what they're going to do for the rest of this game, whether or not they're going to be able to keep things in one fluid motion. The Foresters really trying to figure that out right now. I think Coach Shondell is going to probably be switching things up here in a minute.
Going to be Flanagan now for Marian. Mallers and Cobb not quite communicating on that back line. Now we see Doris coming in. She's going to come in for Longley. 17-15. Knights with a 2-point advantage. That serve's going to be long. Now we'll see DePue in for Cruz. DePue going to be the server. Shields with the hit, tipped at the line. Grimm going to Gurwell. It's blocked. DePue right there to keep it alive. Grimm out wide to Mallers. Flanagan there. Cobb able to get it over. We're still going. Grimm out to Doris.
Forster's doing a great job here of keeping this alive.
Cobb right there again. Grimm gonna go to Doris. Marian still alive though. Longest rally of the match so far.
Constant tenacity.
Graham going to Girlwell. And finally, Huntington gets it.
If that doesn't boost team morale, I don't know what will. The fans are just going crazy, Logan.
Not only that, but that ties it at 17. And then Marian can't handle that serve. And Marian gonna take a timeout with the Foresters up 18-17. That's exactly what you like to see out of the Foresters.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, we haven't had a whole lot of moments like that this year where the Foresters are just able to come out on top. Great communication there on all ends. Kate Cobb especially, always being where the ball is, always knowing direct things on the floor. But, man, that is definitely awesome to see.
Also, you have to give credit to that front line. Foresters up front have a lot of power because they have those twin towers up there. Not really sure what the source is, but Beaver, Gerwell, and Drews, they have a lot of force, and when they're out there, they never seem to cower.
Oh, no, they've got it. You know, the Foresters just able to stop everything, it seems like they're up at the line, and, you know, not letting anything get through to the dark side.
Definitely. You like seeing the Forest really win that long rally, really got the Forest into it, giving the students a good reason to get going on this Olympiad weekend. With Olympiad starting tomorrow, going to go through Sunday, you know, this campus has been going nuts.
Oh, yeah, it really has. Lots of great energy going around. A lot of good competition. A lot of halls are excited to go up against each other, especially in the swimming portion of Olympiad, so excited for that.
Say, I know I'm on the yellow team, and all I have is a lot of blue and green stuff. I'm about to get some new socks, get some yellow ones, and get ready to go.
I got to say, man, orange all the way. Orange all the way.
You see Girlwell trying to get it over Shields. That one's going to hit the net.
Cobb, great communication there.
Shields with the big hit. Depew right there. Grimm going to Girlwell. Blocked at the net by Graves. Now Grimm out wide to Doris. That's ricocheting out. And the Foresters full of green and life. Ready for Huntington to try to put this away. Depew serving. That hit's gonna be long. Shields gonna be called for the lift. 21-17, Huntington on a bit of a roll here.
They really are. A lot of great energy here from the Foresters, and Depew really leading the way here with great serving.
Shields putting that one into the net now.
Marian just looking completely confused out there, not really knowing what hit him.
Coyne got that to go last time, not this time. And Huntington not quite able to handle, and Marian stops the run. Knights now down 4 late in this first set. Grimm out to Mallers. Go and count it. Now we see Drews come in for Girlwell. Cobb with the serve, hitting the net, making it over. Stevenson, nice kill there. Foresters, though, with a 4-point cushion, are able to trade points, though. Heidenreich gonna serve from the Knights. Blocked at the net, and the Foresters not able to recover. And Coach Shondell is going to take a timeout here inside Platt Arena with his Foresters up 23-20 and looking to put this first set away, Drayton.
Yeah, the Foresters have been doing fantastic, but if I was Marian in that timeout right now, as a coach, I'd be really painting a picture there for my players, something like the Mona Lisa. They really need help, especially defensively. They're going to really need to keep things up and really block the Foresters' game, but doesn't seem like they're able to do that.
Foresters going to look to try to really put Marian down in this first set. And I got to think that the crucial point of this set came on that 18th point, that long rally between both sides.
Oh, they really did. And, for the Foresters, it was a big booster of adrenaline just to have those fans out there. They're just really excited to be here. And I think that if we can continue to have this momentum through the rest of the season, anything's possible, especially winning those last 3 games.
Going to be Heidenreich back to serve now for the Knights. 23-20. The Foresters on top of the Knights. Comes Drews winding up. We're going to hit that long. Foresters wanted a touch. Not going to be there.
A little too much mustard there.
Wide to Mallers. Shields there. And that point's going to go to Huntington. 24-21. See Beaver and Hubby back in. Hubby going to serve. Set point for the Foresters. That one's going to hit the net. Now we see substitution. Flanagan out, bus in for the Knights. Knights only down 2, need to go on a run. Hubby out to Beaver, can't quite get to it. An unforced error is not what the Foresters needed there.
Poor communication, not good, and I think Coach Shondell knows that, so he's going to call a timeout.
Coach Shondell going to try to settle these ladies down and get this last point. Marian already fought off 2 set points, looking to make it 3. They can tie this back up. That will be crucial for the Knights.
Yeah, the Knights, they're really right now getting down to the depths of how they're going to finish this out. Only down 1 point. They can tie things up, and it's going to be really close here to the set point. So Foresters are really going to have to play tough defense or just go right at it here.
7 Huntington's going to be looking to do. And you like Coach Shondell taking that time out, making sure the ladies all ready to go. And you saw coming out of the last time, you saw Drews come over here to the right side, take the hit. It was a good play, just couldn't quite get it down and in. You might see something similar being drawn up for the Foresters because, like I mentioned, so far, Beaver, Gurwell, Mallers, they've all been fantastic up front. Gurwell's done a fantastic job defensively for him. She's had some nice hits, and we got to see Huntington really come out and got to see who's going to step up and make the play.
Oh, definitely. And, sometimes calling a timeout in a situation like this can really affect the gameplay and really slow down the momentum, break up the way the game's going. So it could be a good thing here for the Foresters.
Here comes Hoyne to serve for the Knights. And that's going to go into the net. And that just gave Huntington the first set, 25-23. The Foresters with the early lead here inside Platt Arena on this Wednesday night. We're going to be right back with some second set action here soon. This is FDN Sports.
The Global Initiatives degree that we're offering is seeking to equip folks who are interested in applying a ministry education to cross-cultural work. So somebody who's looking to do holistic ministry, somebody who's looking to engage in the business for transformation or business as missions model would find some equipping through our Global Initiatives degree.
Our Global Youth Ministries degree is designed to prepare people for leadership in youth ministry, quite simply anywhere in the globe. It's for men and women who are already in youth ministry or for people who are simply preparing to lead youth ministry.
One of the things I like about the pastoral leadership track is that Luke and Karen, who worked on developing it, consulted with church leaders so that people preparing for ministry leadership in the church would have the skills and the knowledge that they need.
Some of what I'd want our program to be known for is being really clear-minded about linking our own program vision with the Lord's vision for His people and for the kingdom. What we want to do is be faithful to that which He's called us to. And some of that would be that we believe that the Church of Jesus Christ is going to be well served when it's populated and are now being well formed to follow Him no matter what the cost.
The Alumni Office at Huntington University is really here to stay in touch with the alumni and graduates, as well as provide resources to them so they can reconnect. It's just really important to us that we keep in touch with them and then let them know what's going on campus as well, things that they might want to continue to stay involved with or maybe participate in an alumni gathering.
I started getting involved as an alumni board member, and we would do various projects throughout the university, throughout the year. Just being able to meet people who graduated and to listen to their stories about the university, back then the college, and how it's grown today. It's really an honor and a privilege to be a Forester. I knew that this was going to be the university that I was going to graduate from, and I have friends here that will be lifelong.
Welcome back inside Platt Arena, where the Foresters just took an exciting first set win, 25-23 over the Knights, and it was just a fantastic first set here inside Platt Arena.
Oh, definitely. A lot of great energy going around there for the Foresters. I tell you what, Logan, if they can keep this energy up, they're really going to go far for the rest of the season.
You see the serve coming from Hoyne. The Foresters just doing well, getting it back over. And right there, Williams comes firing back for Marian, taking the first point, just like the first set. And that's going to be an ace for Hoyne, hitting the net, dropping in. Unlucky break for Huntington. 2 easy points for the Knights.
Foresters are really going to have to branch out if they're going to come back.
I'll be going to Drews. That's going to be an easy point for Huntington.
Drews and Beaver, like we said earlier, are just absolute forces out there. Total brick walls. Nothing ever seems to get past them. And they bring a lot of great energy to the floor.
And Huntington coming right back with 2 points. Going to be Mallers with the serve. That's going to go into the net. Point going to Marian. Hobby to Beaver. Out wide bus. That hits the net. And back down at her.
Mentioned Olympiad earlier, Logan, and today Dave Richardson from the Real Olympics spoke of a sudden interest in bringing cricket out as an official Olympic sport. That would be really interesting to see. You know, cricket is not an actual sport that we offer here at Huntington, but that would definitely be an interesting game to ref or even announce.
You know, I'd like to see Joe Buck announce that. I think that would be really fun to watch and to listen to. Would be having Joe. I think he'd have a great voice for that.
You know, Joe would have a great voice for it, but you know, he's going to be hard to be unbiased. Right now, he's taking a royal beating, so to speak, there right now in the media, saying that he's rather biased against the Royals. So not sure, but we try to be pretty fair here at Huntington.
We see the Knights gaining 2 points. They're up 5-3. And that serve not going to make it over the net. We've seen that quite a few times in this second set. Maybe some tired legs coming out. So now we see Grimm and Cruz coming in for Beaver and Hubby. Usually we see Haley Longley, the freshman, coming in with Grimm. Looks like Coach Jondo choosing to switch up the lineup just a bit.
Yeah, Coach Shondell never afraid to change things up.
And Grimm going to be called for the double hit. Let's see Flanagan coming in for Buss. Six to 4. Marian on top. Grimm out wide to Doris. That's going to drop in for a Forrester point. Now we see Depew coming in for Doris. Owen out to Shields. Depew right there. Maller's coming back the other way. Coyne send up Shields on the opposite side. That's going to fly out.
Depew smiles all around from her. She's worked hard for it, worked hard all season. Definitely one of the most consistent Forrester players out there.
You know, it kind of looked like that ball was tipped at the net. I'm surprised that wasn't called. You see Maller's come back. Look like she rode the line. And the ball gonna be called out. Side ref not really getting a good view on it. See Shields serving for the Knights. And Huntington not able to get to that.
Cobb almost running over the line judge. She is very dedicated.
Looked like she could have had it too.
You know, she wouldn't be afraid to take someone out to get the ball. She's sacrificed her body all year to make plays.
Now we see Drews coming in for Girlwell. 8-7. Knights on top. Cobb with the serve. That's going to go in. Nice ace there from Kate Cobb.
Back and forth motion, Logan. We've seen it all season. Getting a lead, going down, and coming back to win it. So seems like that trend is continuing here, and hopefully in the Foresters' favor. Another great job right there by the Forester.
Audrey Mallers, the junior's really been putting some of these balls away for Huntington. And that one going to be counted in. Cobb again with an ace. Riding that back line. And the Knight's going to be called for going into the net. So the Foresters up 11-8, going on a 4-point advantage here. Cobb again gonna try to go long. Shields though get there.
Excellent job there by Depew.
And finally the 4-point run broken up by the Knights. Now they get that point back, and Williams gonna come in for Graves. There goes Cruz with the hit. Blocked at the net. Drews right there. Grimm going to Drews. Blocked at the net there. Grimm out wide to Mallers. Again, Williams and Hoyne doing a fantastic job up front for the Knights.
A lot of great energy here, Logan. We'll have to see who comes up out on top.
Somehow Depew able to get it over. And that's going to go out. The Foresters coming out alive on that point. Now we'll see Hubby and Beaver in for Grimm and Cruz.
That right there is what hard work and dedication looks like, Logan. You know, the Foresters have really been working hard to improve their game here late in the season, getting up early every morning for these 6 a.m. practices, and we can totally see right now it's paying off.
Foresters up 4 points in this second set. This would be crucial if they could take this second set from the Knights. Out wide, Stevenson with the hit off of Cobb's head and out of bounds. We'll see Bus come in for Flanagan. The Knights just getting that ball over. Hubby setting up Beaver, and Hubby gonna hit it back over. Outside, blocked by Mallers and Drews together.
Not in my house.
Now we see Doris in for Depew. And again, the Foresters gonna win the battle at the net. Timeout by the Knights with Huntington up 15-10. Drayton, what does Huntington need to do to put this set away?
Oh, the Foresters really just need to keep playing with that intensity. Great defense, you know, the great defensive wall here up front, just blocking everything that comes their way. You know, Foresters have been great, doing great, really executing. It's just like Leving said earlier, serving has been their strong point. A lot of great serves from Depew and Cobb, so they've been doing fantastic. They can just keep that up. Marian over there, though, really been struggling. I think right now they're just going to try to regroup and try to figure out a better strategy on how to combat the Foresters.
You got to think, it feels like they keep attacking Huntington, and then Huntington just able to get the ball back over the net somehow, some way, whether it's Cobb or Depew in the back. They've done a fantastic job just keeping the ball in play, Huntington has, and forced Marian to make the plays. And so far we've seen Marian misfire on a few hits, and that's been a big difference.
Oh, yeah, it really has been a big difference, especially, you know, giving the Foresters those gaps to maneuver around and just really get ahead. And that's one thing we've seen all season, this back and forth motion. But really so far the Foresters have been pretty consistent this game with keeping things up in check, and especially their defense, not letting anything get back. Coach Shondell said earlier in the season that their offense was doing great, their defense was doing great, but their offense was struggling, and really their offense has come out doing really well this game.
See different formation here from Marian out of the timeout. You see Stevenson with the hit, tapped at the net by Drews and Doors. That's going to drop in for a Knight point.
And even though 1 point might seem a little bit harmless, it can open a door. We've seen it time and time again where 1 point really just sets the tone for the rest of the set. So hopefully the Foresters don't let that get by them and let this turn into a drive for Marian.
Hubby and Beaver on a completely different page there.
Just looked at each other, eyes wide open.
There, Hubby to Beaver. And that hit's going to go under the net. And like you mentioned, Drayton, that 1 point, all of a sudden now it's 3, 15-13.
Definitely not good for the Foresters, and they're going to have to play better defense here if they're going to want to hold their lead. 2 points now. They had a 5-point lead, so not good.
And there it is for Huntington. So now we'll see Sarah Michaela coming in for Drews. Also Gerwell in for Cobb, and Michaela going to be back to serve for Huntington. Maller's out to Beaver. That's hit down and in. So now we'll see Michaela come back out. Cobb coming in. Crystal Williams from Pike High School going to be back to serve for Marian. And that serve flying out. We'll see Grimm and Cruz in for Hubby and Beaver again for Huntington. 17-14. Foresters on top. See the ball being blocked at the net, but coming right down on the Forester side. Unlucky scenario for Huntington. Flanagan in for Bush. She'll be back to serve for the Knights. See Mallard shanking that one out. Easy point for Marian. Now they've clawed back within one. Cobb going to go outside to Doris. Stuffed at the net. Marian can't work together to get it over.
Foresters can just maintain this 2-point lead, they'll be all right, but any more than that, not going to be good. Foresters really kind of seems like they slowed down a little bit.
There comes Grimm setting up Cruz. And that's going to stay in. (19-16). Foresters on top. Depew with the quick serve. Marian can't quite connect. And now we'll see the Knights take a timeout. They're down 20-16, and Huntington only 5 points away from sealing this second set. And you got to like the intensity you've seen from Huntington so far, Drayton.
Oh, yeah, you really do. And, you know, one thing the Foresters have been this game is consistent. Even though Marian's come back and scored a few points here and there, the Foresters have been able to maintain a decent lead, even though 2 points here or there. So they've been doing a good job. I'm really impressed with how the Foresters have been playing so far.
Well, you got to think that the parents of these ladies made them eat their veggies when they were kids, because we've seen some really strong hits from both sides, been flexing a lot of muscle out there.
Oh, that's right. You know, balanced diet is so important when you're out playing. And, you know, without a balanced diet, it's really hard to focus, and that's one thing these ladies have been able to do, focus on victory, especially, you know, eating those carrots, good eyesight.
20-16 coming out of the timeout. Depew going to be serving. Cobb, Grimm, Cruz, Mallers, and Gerwell all on the floor for the Foresters. Serve for the Depew, kind of dying down. Hit from Shields. Grimm gets her hand on it. Cobb right there. Gerwell going to get it over. Free ball. Out wide. Shields again. Cobb going to Mallers. Take a whack at it. Flanagan there. Cobb with a nice dig. Out to Mallers. Stevenson there. Graham going to Gurlwell. That's blocked down and in by Emily Graves, the 6'2 junior from Avon, Indiana. Shields to serve. Grimm out to Mallers. Flanagan getting her hand on it, but that's going to be out. Good point for the Foresters. We see Drews come in for Gurwell.
Coach Shondell never afraid to change things up, but you know, one thing I would like them to change up here at HU are these chairs we're sitting in. Somebody needs to give me a bar stool or something. It's just too low to the ground to be calling this game.
Definitely like to be a little higher up, get a better vision of it, but we did see that one drop in for Marian.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely staying in this match, 21-18. And Coach Shondell just getting the timeout in time. With his ladies only up 3, seeing that lead dwindling just a bit. And the Foresters really going to have to put this set away. Don't want to let Marian come back and tie it up at 1 apiece. You want to go up 2-0 in the half.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, Coach Shondell's always got a strategy. He's always ready to keep things changed up. Right now, if I was Coach Shondell, I'd really be just telling him, all right, keep the defense up. Keep the defense up. He said all season our offense has been all right. Our defense, you know, just not been there. And so the Foresters, you know, you can have the greatest offense in the world, but if you don't have a good defense, you're going to be in trouble. So Foresters going to have to keep that defense working here. Got a decent 3-point lead, so if they can do that, 2-0.
Well, you know, there's that famous saying of offense wins games and defense wins championships. So Foresters going to look to take this game and go further on. We know that they have a very strong defense. We've raved about it all year long, with Cobb being 16th, I mentioned, in Division I, and Diggs. Gurwell ranks 48th in Division I in blocks per game. Drews is 48th as well. I mean, they both are averaging about 1 block a game. As a team, the Foresters are 13th in NAIA in blocks per game, getting about 3 blocks per game. So the Foresters really pride themselves defensively, and we've seen a lot of it this game.
We really have, Logan, and hopefully they can keep it up. And especially offensively right now, I think Coach Shondell's got a good strategy. That one going in the Foresters' favor. He's got a good strategy going. You know, Kelsey Cruz coming out now, but she usually comes in when that spark of energy is needed.
We see Hubby and Beaver in for Cruz and Grimm. Hubby and Mallers can't quite keep the ball up. We see Buss coming in for Flanagan for the Knights. Hoying going to be the server. Forster's just getting this over. I'll be backside to Beaver, just tapping it over. Here comes Stevenson. Cobb getting her hand on it. Drew's just playing it over. Blocked up at the net. Right there, Drews and Mallers. I've mentioned the defense for the Foresters prevailing. You see Doors come in for Depew. Williams with the hit. Now it's right in the money spot, the dead center. No man's land for the Foresters, and it's going to drop down for a point. 23-20. Stevenson, the server. I'll be out to Beaver. That's going to go off of Stevenson and out. And the Foresters now with multiple set points. We see Gurwell and Vakayla coming in for Drews and Cobb.
Good serve right there.
See Beaver's block just going out. We'll see Cobb come back in for Michaela. Also from there, we're going to see Casper come in for Williams. Cobb sliding in. Outside Shields. We're going to see Doris sliding into the net. 3-point for the Knights. And Shondell going to take final timeout with the Foresters up 24-22. And you know, Drayton, we were in a similar scenario in the first set, and we saw the Knights serve it into the net. What do you think the Foresters are going to do? I don't think they're going to be that lucky this time around.
I don't know. It's a bit like deja vu, but you know, you got to help yourself here in this situation. The Foresters can't really allow Marian to get too far out ahead, and you know, if the Foresters want to continue to be consistent this year, they got to stop letting things go back and forth. And when we get into serious moments in the game toward the very end, you got to think about how your lead is going, and the Foresters really need to play a lot tougher defense. Can't let anything by them at this point, and I think that's what Coach Shondell is trying to let them know.
Definitely is what the Foresters have to do. Can't have any unforced errors. Don't want to see them hit anything out. Just keep the ball in play. Let that defense work up front, and really go to work with Beaver and Gerwell, Doris all up front. You got Mallers who can come up from the back. I mean, really a lot of threats out there for Huntington. Coming out of timeout, you see Kylie Casper serving away for Marian. 24-22. Cobb just getting it over. That hit's gonna go wide. And Huntington holding on to take the second set 25-22.
Fantastic job there by the Foresters. Way to finish out on top.
Nice job there from Huntington, taking a 2-0 lead going into the half. And we're going to take just a quick break. I'm Logan Hunt. Alongside me, we have Drayton Blackgrove. This has been FDN Sports.
And Kane?
Cruz. Huntington University is known for being one of the safest college campuses in Indiana. However, campus shootings have become more common across the country. As one Huntington County deputy tells me, it's not a case of if this could happen at HU, but when. After a recent campus shooting in Oregon, the results were devastating. Huntington University sent out an email after the shooting reminding students of the protocol if this were ever to occur at HU.
It's frightening, but unfortunately, it's where we are in society.
One criminal justice major carries a pocket knife.
If an instance were to arise where someone was within my reach to fight back or counter something to possibly save lives here on campus, I believe that it's my responsibility to take action.
In 2013, Huntington University was ranked second for the safest college campus in Indiana. But of course that doesn't mean that students are automatically safe from all types of harm. So if you were sitting in a classroom setting like this one and you heard gunshots in the hallway, what should you do? I decided to find out.
There's three things that we've been educating the public on, especially schools. Run, hide, and fight. There's actually a video developed by Homeland Security. It's being taught by the Indiana State Police and also our department. You want to take everything that you can. You want to take chairs such as this. You want to take all the chairs in your classroom. You want to take as many chairs as you possibly can. Get everybody involved in your classroom. If all of things fail and somebody happens to get in that room, you're going to be forced to have to do something. The last thing we want you to do is to hide underneath a table and assume that they're not going to shoot you.
Deputy Newton hopes to see the local police come to HU sometime soon, so they can share safety tips that will help students know how to respond to a campus shooting.
Campus leaders say if you see or hear anything suspicious, make sure you report it to the authorities.
The Confederate flag has been the center of controversy this year. Still, it flies high in Huntington County. Legislators voted to remove the flag from the South Carolina State House a couple months ago. However, drivers on US 24 can catch a glimpse of it as they drive into Huntington. A home that sits next to the state highway has the flag flying in view of the road. According to the homeowner, Karen Holman, people have been very supportive. To many, the symbol represents a time of slavery and poor race relations. However, Holman tells us that local drivers honk in support of the flag 50 or 60 times a day. Because this is one of the first things drivers see heading into Huntington, we wanted to know what Mayor Brooks Fetters thinks about that first impression. He did not see the flag as a concern.
My feeling is it's a private citizen who's stating a private opinion and exercising their civil rights to have free speech. It's not within the city limits, so honestly the mayor has very little to say about that other than express an opinion about the existence of it. But if it's not out in the state highway right away, if it's not on public property, it can be flying wherever somebody on a personal level wants to fly it.
We would love to know what you think about this issue, so feel free to tell us on our Facebook and Twitter pages.
Students had a different taste of worship this past Tuesday at chapel. For the second year in a row, HU presented a rock hop service. Filled with loud, energizing music performances, the service offered a variety of music styles. Hannah Schaefer started the concert with Christian pop music. 3CK and Damon Golden followed with rap. Both artists involved the student body in their performances. 390 East was the final act of the concert. The group featured 4 musicians who at one time pursued the rock star lifestyle. Since then, the rock group has dedicated their career to worship ministry. Students reacted to the concert in different ways. Some appreciated the new style of worship, while others found it too loud. After the concert, FDN sat down with the artists to hear about what they thought about the performance.
You wake up and everybody has different schedules, and some could have been, just rolled out of bed and came to chapel. Like, I wasn't quite sure if everybody would be up and awake, but as soon as you walk out there, everybody was just like ready to praise God, and so that just made it really easy to just let God use me.
The artists hope to perform at HU again in the future.
Last week, faculty inducted more than 20 students into one of the most prestigious organizations on campus. Family members and students came out to support their fellow foresters as they entered Alpha Chi. Alpha Chi is a national honor society for students in all academic disciplines. It is dedicated to making scholarship effective for good. The students inducted into the program were among the top 10% of their class. Candidates are also required to be nominated by their departmental advisor. During the ceremony, advisors briefly spoke about each student. Then President of Alpha Chi's Beta Chapter, Bronwyn Fetters, led the inductees in a pledge. After the ceremony, junior and new Alpha Chi member Gina Eisenhut expressed her feelings about the honor.
I'm just feeling really blessed to have this opportunity to join just a great group of students and just be a part of something really cool that can represent Huntington.
The new Alpha Chi members will be responsible for organizing many of the forums and academic events on campus this year.
Well, that's all we have for you this week in this installment of FDN News.
Don't forget to check us out online at forresterdigital.net and follow us on Twitter at FDN_news.
As always, thank you for watching. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Plans don't always go the way we want them to, but you're not alone in this adventure called life. Remedy Live is a non-for-profit web station that strives to produce a positive message while helping teens who need it. If we can help you, text the word REMEDY to 313131 or visit our website at remedylive.com to chat with someone there. Remedy Live. We chat, we listen, we love.
Welcome back here inside Platte Arena, where your Huntington University Lady Foresters lead the Marian Knights 2-0, and Huntington vying for position in the Crossroads League with the Crossroads Tournament coming up here. We've had two fun sets.
Oh, we definitely have, Logan. And, you know, the Foresters have really been packing a punch offensively. They have not let anything go by defensively, it seems like, either. But, you know, the Foresters are really going to have to keep it up here. Cannot let Marian get anywhere close. And, you know, it's just that one win. Teams can always come back 2-1 and turn it into 2-2 and go away with it. So the Foresters, if they can keep up that momentum, they should be good.
Starting the third set, Hovey out with the serve. We see Stevenson winding up. Go and drop that one in there. So far, Marian's won the first set, the first point of every set. So now we'll see Bus come in for Flanagan for the Knights. Going to serve. Out wide, Mallers tapping it over. Heinrich right there. Cobb opposite side. Going right side to Bus, not there. Hubby trying to go in the middle, and Huntington gonna be called for 4 hits. See Shields going to the ground. Stevenson tapping it over.
Tell you what, Logan, if the Knights here get too far out ahead, it might turn into a bubonic plague here for the Foresters. Don't want them to be taken out. They've got to come away with victory here.
We see Beaver hitting that one out. Bit of a miss hit. You know, the Huntington's facing the Knights, but they're looking for their knight in shining armor right now. They're down 4-0 in this third set. Don't want to come out too flat. Hovey outside to Mallers. Blocked right back at her. This one going to go over. Cobb right there, though. Forster's going to have to reset. Drew's winding up. A little bit mistimed there. And finally, Bus hits that into the net. And the Foresters get the first point on the board for this set. We'll see Doris come in for Depew. Maller's hit, gonna go long. Here comes Stevenson with the serve. Williamson a little slow to get up for the Knights.
I think she might have a few bruises and maybe even some scar tissue right there. Definitely not good.
Still trying to put it away. They're gonna hit that one out. Forrester's fighting back. Now we'll see Gurwell and Michaela in for Cobb and Drews. Maller's out to Beaver. Not quite there. Shields with the hit. Kayla getting her hand on it, but not able to contain it. And we'll see Cobb get right back into the action. Also, we're going to see Graves come in for Williamson. We're going to see Casper also in for Heinrich.
We have seen the Foresters be down before and be able to bounce back, but this is a pretty significant lead here for the Knights.
Out wide, Doris with the hit. The Knights keeping it alive. What a hit from Stevenson.
Great aggression right there.
Somehow the Knights still alive. Hubby, left side, Doris. Hoying going to bus. And that's going to be hit out by the Knights. Looks like it's losing a bit of oxygen there. Comes Grimm and Cruz in for the Foresters. Here comes Flanagan in for Bus. Seven to 3, the Knights leading the Foresters. Graham going to Cruz, tipped at the line by Graves. Hoyne, left side Shields, trying to tap it over.
Tell you, Logan, the Knights must have really studied the periodic table well during the half. Their offense has just exploded.
Definitely has. That's going to force Coach Shondell to take a timeout, early timeout here, with the Knights up 8-3, and the Foresters going to have some answers. They're going to have to fight back.
Yeah, in this huddle right now, if I was Coach Shondell, I'd be paraphrasing Shakespeare a little bit. To be or not to be victorious, they're definitely going to have to be playing hard here. I don't know. They just seem to really be slacking defensively, and it's kind of a surprise with the way the Foresters have been earlier this season.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be, Shondell's asking for the eyes, ears, and telling them to stay on their toes, making sure that they're ready for anything that Marian's going to throw at them, because it seems like Marian really has come out just a lot stronger in this set.
Oh, yeah, Marian really has, and, it's that kind of strength that takes teams to victory, and you got to really hand it to them. They've played well. They've had a lot of great serves, and hopefully the Foresters will be able to stop them. And, Marian, especially to be here in this third game, down 0-2, they've really had a great team morale, not letting anything get them down.
It's going to be Flanagan back to serve for the Knights. Cobb hitting it over. Foresters going to have to play it over. Shields at the windup, gonna go long.
Tell you, there's a lot of festive flannel out there coming around with the holidays right around the corner. Pretty excited for that, Logan. A lot of Forster faithfuls here supporting that flannel.
Yeah, you got to like what you see out of the Forest. Still out and going, and, you know, then seems like the Knights are kind of trying to play Grinch here. Going to try to steal a tree and really try to come at the Foresters. But right now, Cruz having none of it. Coming back with a point of her own. Now Huntington only down by 3.
I tell you what, though, Norm, he wouldn't let any Grinch steal his tree. Only true Foresters know what flannel's like. I tell you, Norm supports it himself.
And Graves comes back with a huge hit of her own for the Knights. Depew is going to hit one over. Here comes Stevenson with the hit. Depew's hit going to go out. And it seems like the Forts are struggling offensively to get an attack together.
You know, Logan, this has been the lowest the Foresters have been in terms of scoring against the Knights. This is the smallest they've been down. The biggest they've been down.
Ball getting blocked right back at him there, and it looks like Huntington's just come out a bit flat, kind of like couch cushions. They're just really not putting these balls away, and it's been costing them.
Definitely sinking in terms of scoring. Don't want to be a lazy boy.
Stevenson's hit, gonna hit the net, not hit a pair of hands, gonna be 4 hits on the Knights. And the Foresters trying to find some life. Shondell trying to get these ladies going with the score being 11-6. Knights with a 5-point advantage.
Yeah, Coach Shondell, just like the band, trying to get his players in sync. It's definitely been a challenge here in this last set.
Definitely will be. It's nothing that the Foresters, though, can't come back from. Shondell going to take another timeout. I'm sure he's just going to, you know, lace up those shoelaces. This is where we are. This is where we're at. And it seems like Knights are trying to be like Pirates and steal this third set away from the Foresters. And see if Coach Shondell can't really get a game plan together for Huntington.
Yeah, they definitely need to be strong here in terms of defense, and they're just letting them get away with it. And, you know, the Foresters are going to have to bounce back. I think he's really trying to encourage them right now and put that spirit back into them that we saw earlier. The fan support seems to be dying down a little bit, but hopefully that'll be able to bounce back too. Logan, what are some of the strengths you've seen out of the Foresters so far in this set? Anything they've been doing well?
Well, we haven't seen them give up yet. We haven't seen that at all. We've seen when they've had some looks up front at the net, they've really taken them. The defense still has been there, but they just haven't gotten their attack going. It's been from that back line a lot. We see Depew and Cobb kind of struggling in the back to get a good ball up to the setter, and it's been a lot of chaos, a lot of just free balls hit over for the Knights to get going. So Huntington really, they've done well defensively, but now it's just getting that offense to flow through it.
Yeah, that definitely has been a challenge. I've noticed that as well.
Heinrich with the hit. Cobb right there. Here goes Grimm setting up Drews. Nice job getting underneath it by Shields. And again, the Knights going to get a point. Ball falling down and in.
Tell you, the Foresters' defense is so cold right now. It makes me kind of want to go ice fishing. Haven't been ice fishing in a while.
Foresters definitely, though, are fishing for some points here. Down 14-6 after the miscue there from Drews. And that one's going to go long, and now Huntington trying to get fired up. You see Hovey and Beaver coming in for Cruz and Grimm.
Kate Cobb, she just really knows how to get the team fired back up and always brings a lot of great energy to the floor, and she never gives up.
Outline Mallers with the hit. Point going to Stevenson. Cobb right there. I'll be back to Beaver. And Beaver's hit gonna just stay in, but still, once again, that attack not quite where Beaver wanted that set. Seems like she hasn't had too many clean looks in this game.
She really hasn't.
Hubby with a nice serve. Going out to Stevenson. Off the head of Drews. And somehow the Foresters going to come up with that point. Williams, bit of a missed hit. And here comes Drews back the other way, and Huntington a little fired up, back within 4.
Foresters really bouncing back. Like we said, we've seen this time and time again this season, this constant back and forth motion of being down and coming back.
Point to Stevenson, tipped at the line, down and in. Marian with a nice answer. Just now Buss will come back in for Flanagan. Hubby out wide to Mallers. That one's gonna go out. So the Foresters getting another point there. Now we'll see Amanda Seaman come in for Audrey Mallers. Also, Depew will take a seat. Doris in for her. We've seen some new lineups, new faces here for Huntington. Haven't seen the lefty, Haley Longley, in since the beginning of the game. It's part of the whole new sequences we've seen from Huntington. We see Huntington winning that point as well. Buss getting into the net. Now the Foresters within 3.
You know, left hand, right hand, whatever hand it be, the Foresters are trying to get the upper hand here in this match, and they're starting to come back, slowly but surely.
See the Knights cleaning the floor. Here comes Seaman with the hit. Big hit there from Crystal Williams. Saw her shaking up earlier in the set. Glad to see she's okay. Left side, Doris. Heinrich right there, hitting it back over the net. Buss with the hit. Cobb going to the ground. Outside, Shields. Seaman putting her hand on it. Maybe should have let it go.
Foresters down 5, and they're really going to have to keep things going. You know, the fans might need to get their rally caps out. You know, speaking of good rally caps, the student bookstore has some great snapback hats that you can purchase to help support the Foresters during the game.
Also like to see them maybe come out a little old school with the fedoras. You see those coming back in recently. Wouldn't mind seeing that here at Huntington.
A Forester fedora. I think that'd be pretty interesting.
We see Hoyne trying to set up Williams again up front. Blocked at the net. Doris putting it over. Knights regrouping. Hubby to Beaver. And again, the Knights getting called for going into the net. It's going to be Buss. Now Gurwell and Vakela in for Cobb and Drews. The Foresters clawing back into this set. Down 17-13. See Doris just playing it over. Comes Shields with the hit, blocked at the net. And Drews right there with the Gurwell with the block.
Not letting anything get by her.
That one gonna be hit into the net and down. And the Knights are forced to call a timeout. With the Foresters battling back, only down 2 points now.
Yeah, it has become a really close match, and the Foresters coming back with a lot of great energy here. Great to see that out of the team. And, you know, being down 5 points, that's the most the Foresters have been down this entire game, and it's good to see them be able to have that ability to bounce back. Could be 3-0 here in this match.
You know, it's good to see when the Foresters went down by that many that none of them got too angry. Coach Shondo didn't have to give them an anger management class on the sideline or anything like that. The ladies stayed very composed, and that speaks testaments to who Coach Shondell is as a coach and what these ladies have accomplished and what they believe in themselves. You know, obviously being up 2 sets, you know that you can beat this team and start out just a little sloppy. We're seeing them come back and do a good job.
Yeah, Brianna Leving said earlier today that Coach Shondell is a great coach, and they've learned a lot from him, especially being able to gel as a team. That rough season they had last year, a lot of frustration, you know, and they were just able to stay cool and composed, like you said, and it just speaks volumes, really, for Coach Shondell. Definitely don't want to see any sort of civil war break out amongst the team, and he's definitely been able to keep everything organized and neat and keep composure there.
The Foresters coming out of the timeout can start to feel. We see the Forest getting into it just a bit. Sarah Bacala done a magnificent job serving so far. When her number was called, she's right back in it. Here comes Williams with the hit. Outside Shields. That's going to tap in for a night score. And now we'll see Kate Cobb coming back in. Also Graves and Casper in for the Knights.
If you want an impact player out there on the floor, Kate Cobb is definitely a good choice. She's always willing to sacrifice her body to make a play, and this is what we need right now. Down 3, got to come back.
Cobb definitely has that high intensity level the Foresters need. See Beaver not quite able to stretch back for that. Just like that, the Knights answering. Casper with the serve. Gonna be an ace for Casper.
Seemed like a little bit of a lack of communication there, Logan.
And now Maller's gonna come in for Seaman for the Foresters. And Huntington was just within 2, and the Knights pulled it back to 5. Just like that, Casper serving into the net again. So now we'll see Cruz and Grimm coming in for Hubby and Beaver. Foresters needing a run here. Grimm with the serve. Outside to Graves. Grimm going to Doris. Hendrick right there. And again, the Knights with the point. Flanagan coming in for Buss.
Yeah, even though the Foresters are down right now, the fans are still here and still being faithful and supportive. One of the great signs out there right now that I'm looking at says if you want soft serve, you better go to Dairy Queen. The Foresters, they don't play soft, that's for sure, even though they're struggling a bit here.
That's coming from some of the women's soccer team here at Huntington, and they're going to be playing in a Crossroads League matchup. They're going to be going up to Spring Arbor, taking on those ladies on Saturday in the Crossroads League tournament. Also, the men will be taking on Grace. So make sure you check out all the sports here at Huntington University as we see the Knights serving that one into the net again, giving the Foresters some easy points.
That was a blooper.
Definitely was. The Foresters back within 4, 22-18 late in this third set.
Coach Shondell always there, staying calm, cool, and collective. Great defense.
Can't quite keep that one alive, though, is Kelsey Cruz. Comes Shields. And Stevenson having a rough game. Puts that one into the net again as we see Drews coming in for Gurwell and Huntington.
Foresters just need a good break here. A way to get through, sort of that golden opportunity to get ahead in victory with this one.
Tipped at the line, down and in. And the Forest still has some life. (23-20). Knights still on top. We'll see Cobb back to serve now for the Foresters. Graves gets her hit, ricocheted. Maller's hit gonna go long. And now set point for the Knights.
A little too much mustard on that one. Yeah, too much mustard on a hot dog is never a good thing. Speaking of which, the U.S. Health Organization just came out with a survey saying, tough break, saying that cancer is caused just as bad by bacon, which was just awful because we all know how much I love bacon.
Definitely an unfortunate news there. Also unfortunate the Foresters dropping that set 25-21 there for the Knights. Going to be able to take the third set. We're going to be back in just a bit with this fourth set coming. Huntington up 2-1 over the Knights.
My name is Anita Gray, and I'm the director. My absolute passion is teaching students how to use credible sources. I ask them questions, have you thought about this, have you thought about that? And all of a sudden that light bulb goes on and they go, aha, and they get it. I don't think there's any better feeling in the profession than that. It's just so exciting to watch a student go through the process of learning. I've had several students and faculty say, I went down and looked for this book and I found another one that looks really interesting. So I decided to check that one out too. Or I need to look a little bit more in my subject area because there are some really good materials down there. I liken it in some ways to Alice in Wonderland. You fall into the hole of the area of your study. And Alice had constant discovery. She had to have constant discovery because strange things were happening to her. She had to learn how to get out of them or how to deal with them. And that's the same way with learning. When you start falling into that hole of a topic and you need to learn more and you need to find out more and you have to do this and sorry, I get really excited about this. That's what you can do in a library. You can go into the shelves, you can go into the stacks and look and see if you can find more information than what you just specifically went for.
Being a theater major is so much more than singing and dancing. It's about telling a story with your performance. It's about engaging with the audience.
When I put on my dancing shoes, I feel a rush. Suddenly, all the pain and sweat from rehearsals is worth it.
Theater demands a lot from a person, what with the long days, exhausting practices, and sore body parts. However, it's got a lot of rewards. Like when I'm getting ready for a performance in front of my boudoir, it hits me. With every stroke of makeup I put on, I realize that there is no place I'd rather be.
Making an audience come alive through our acting, dancing, and singing is an irreplaceable feeling. Being a theater major is a thrilling experience that comes with emotions and excitement. It is during practices that bonds grow stronger.
When I go out there and the spotlight shines on me, everything goes from black and white to color. Small, trivial things suddenly disappear when I'm in front of an audience. That's what being a theater major is all about.
Welcome back here live inside Platt Arena, where the Huntington University Foresters lead the Marian University Lady Knights 2-1. The Knights storming back, coming down 2-0, taking the third set handily from the Foresters.
I think there was a lot of surprise here for the Foresters. Not really sure what hit them. I don't know. Maybe it was just that they felt a little too comfortable. I don't really know, but the Foresters need to play tough here if they want to walk away victorious. I think Marian has a good idea of what they can handle, and that's a good start out there for the Foresters. So
let's see, Doris coming in for Depew after the Foresters winning the first point. First time they've won the first point of a set in this game. Beaver got her hands on it, but it's going to ride the net and go out of bounds. Point for the Knights. Stevenson, the server. That one just making it over the net. Doris with the whack, gonna hit the net. Both teams starting to struggle here, letting in the ball over the net. Stevenson again with the serve. Into the net it goes. Now Beaver coming out, Gertwell in. We see different kind of lineup again coming from Shondell. Knights struggling to get it over, but do. I'll be setting up Doris. Off Heinrich and out. Just have a lot more intensity here from the Foresters than they did in the third set. It came out a little flat, like we mentioned. So far, I've been doing a fantastic job keeping the energy level up, Drayton.
Oh, they really have. They've been able to pick up the pace and get right back into this game.
And another ace from Kate Cobb. Doing a fantastic job serving. Maller's coming from the back. And the Knights were not ready at all for that. Huge hit from Mallers.
Foresters now with a 3-point lead. Great looking start here in this third set. Rather, fourth set.
Gertwell able to slide it down and in. And the Knights forced to take the early timeout as the Foresters have come out to a decisive 6-2 advantage and have come out hot.
Nothing but smiles all around there in the huddle for the Foresters. Coach Shondell looking pretty confident. The head coach there with the assistant coaches getting things all wrapped up here, setting out some play formations. And, you know, Coach Shondell's got to be proud of the way his girls have played today. But set aside that last set there, and the Foresters have been doing a great job. They really have. They've been very, very well composed, so glad to see that. And I think that's what he's really trying to get out of them. Just stay composed and stay on top of things, and that's all you can ask for.
That's all you can ask for from your ladies, and so far they seem to be doing it. We see, like I said, it's just a lot more fight out of them. I think they thought that that the Knights were going to kind of roll over and play dead for them in that third set. And the Knights came out with a lot of intensity, and they were not ready for it at all. And now it seems like the complete opposite. The Foresters have come out with a lot of life, and they've really shown it, and it's shown on the scoreboard. Still going to be Cobb back serving. And out of the timeout, Hunnick with the shank out. Gonna count another ace for Kate Cobb. Block at the net, Gertwell right there. 8-2.
5-point lead there for the Foresters. This has been a great match for them.
That time the ball going to go off the arms of Doris and Girlwell, and that's going to be a Knight point. Casper coming in now for Williams. She'll be back to serve also. Doris sneaking it over, finding the sweet spot. And that will come Grimm and Cruz coming in for Hubby and Longley. Outside bus. Cobb gonna get it over herself. And the Foresters fighting out another point.
They are just killing it right here, Logan. 7-point lead, and that's the most that they've had all day today, and it's just been fantastic to watch them here. Absolute tenacity on their part.
Graham will be serving for Huntington. Block at the net leads to another score for Huntington.
Tell you, the Knights don't have a clue of what hit them. The Foresters really coming out on top here.
Outside bus. That's going to go long. Marian going to have to take another early timeout. At the Foresters up 12-3 and not giving an inch so far, Drayton.
Oh, yeah, the Foresters looking absolutely solid here, and I believe they're on an 8-point streak right now ahead of the Knights, and just doing a fantastic job, and this is the spirit of the Forest that we haven't seen really all season, and just great confidence. And, you know, if they can come out of this match winning the way that they have, playing the way that they've had the next 3 games, they're going to be a piece of cake if they play like that.
Definitely, we've seen Huntington do a fantastic job so far, getting the job done in this set. You wonder where this was in the third set. Like I said, they came out just a bit flat, but really making up for it now in this set and trying to take care of business. I don't know what Coach Shondell said to those ladies, but they definitely took it to heart.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you have to take a step back to go forward, and, you know, that last set there really probably got them thinking, hey, we need to get this in gear. We need to continue to play, and definitely the fear of the Forest is in the Knights right now.
Definitely must have forgot their map when they went in there. Can't quite find the path. As Huntington coming out of timeout, going to be Grimm back to serve. Forester sporting a 9-point advantage. It's definitely going to be a tough hole to crawl out of for the Knights. Here comes Shields. Cobb gets underneath it. Graham out to Doris. And she'll put that one into the net. Point going to Marian. Flanagan in for Bus. Graham going to Girlwell. Going to be off the fingertips of Stevenson and out. Huntington answering back. We'll see Depew in for Doris.
A lot of confusion there for Marian, and it doesn't seem like they were able to regroup there in the timeout.
Huntington almost able to save that ball, but the Knights going to come up with the score. Graham going back to Mallers. Outside Graves. Cobb trying to set up Cruz. Monstrous hit from Cruz.
And it seems like the Foresters are going to cruise right into victory. Great healthy lead here for the Foresters.
Now we'll see Amanda Seaman coming in again for Danielle Gurwell. She'll serve. Just like that, Cobb going to come right back in. Heinrich with the hit. Side, Mallers. And that's going to be a score for the Foresters. 15-6 now. Hubby and Longley will come in for Cruz and Grimm.
Bit of frustration there from the coach on the Marian side.
Hubby with the serve. Stevenson with the hit. Cobb can't quite judge it right. Here comes Buss in for Flanagan for the Knights. Hoyne will serve away for Marian. Outside, Mallers. Hit by Williams at the net. Cobb, nice job reading that one outside. Mallers coming the other way, and that's going to be a score. And we'll see Doris in for Depew again. Foresters opening their lead back up to 9.
Foresters showing no mercy here.
Blocked at the net there with Beaver and Longley. And they come the other way, and Beaver able to get it in for a score.
10-point lead for the Foresters.
Outside, Stevenson, and that's going to be in for Marian. Stevenson going to serve. Doris able to slide it in. Now we'll see Gurwell coming in for Beaver, 18-8. Like you mentioned, Drayton, the Foresters not letting off the gas pedal quite yet.
They really haven't. They just kept the pedal to the metal so far this entire game. Great consistency from the Foresters. And this is what Coach Sean Dallas wanted to see all year. He's told me that consistency is the number one thing that he's wanted out of his team, and he's starting to see it here. It might have taken a while here later in the season, but he's finally getting it out of it. And, you know, next season for the Foresters could be a very winning record. It's just constant improvement. And this season, total contrast from the way it was last year.
And the Foresters able to get another score. We'll see some substitutions coming. Grimm and Cruz back in. You know, the last time these two teams met was back September 16th. And we see Cobb somehow keeping it alive. That's still going to be 4 hits. But last time they met was on September 16th, and the Foresters won 3-1 in that matchup, and we might be on our way there again.
Yeah, we've had a few instances of deja vu this season with the Foresters and various different colleges, and might be another episode of it, I think.
There comes Flanagan with the serve. Outside Graves. Grimm right there. Cobb going for Mallers in the back, and that's going to go long. Be Flanagan again. Grimm to Gurwell, tipped at the net. Cobb going to Doris. Miscue there from the Knights leads to an easy point for the Foresters. And now Depew will come back in for Doris. 20-11. Foresters just 5 points away from putting this game away. Block at the net. The Knights can't quite recover.
Tell you, Logan, the Foresters have really brought their A game to the table tonight. They will not let anything get by them, and just this great tenacity from the Foresters. It's been excellent to see, excellent format. Depew has been fantastic all night, and same with Cobb. Just unbelievable gameplay.
Gotta say, Grimm also had some nice saves there. But the Knights still gonna come out with a point on that series. We're gonna see Shields back to serve for Marian. You see that ball gonna go out. Marian down 8.
You mentioned couch cushions earlier, but the Foresters better not get too comfortable here, Logan.
I see that ball go sailing out, and we're going to see Seaman and Beaver back in for Gurwell and Cobb. Seaman back to serve. I got to think the intensity is still going to be here. (23-13), 2 points away from victory are the Foresters. Good serve there from Amanda. Depew going to Cruz. Outside Cruz again, and that one's gonna count. Game point for Huntington.
This could be in, Logan.
Blocked in! Beaver right there to capitalize, and Huntington will take this fourth and final set 25-13. What a great fourth set that was from the Foresters.
Undeniably good.
We're going to take just a quick break here from Platt Arena. We'll be right back with some post-game action here at Huntington University.
I'm Mike Wanis. I'm the Academic Dean at Huntington University. We are very excited about the Institute for Agricultural Studies and for the new program in agribusiness. Agriculture in Indiana is huge. It's a huge part of the economy. There's a lot of people involved. There's so many different levels of participation, from farming all the way up, through all the different kinds of agribusiness. And with our Christian mission, I think that we can bring a unique contribution in that area, because we can look at agriculture and we can look at agribusiness not just as how can we maximize profits, but how are we being good stewards of God's creation? How are we serving humanity through agriculture? So how can we do that and think about issues of sustainability, issues of justice, and not just about the bottom line?
Back here live inside Platt Arena where the Huntington University Lady Foresters just took down the Marian University Lady Knights Drayton, and it was a fun 4-set action.
Oh, it definitely was. The Foresters honestly have played the best, in my opinion, the best in this match that they have all year. Very consistent gameplay, never really giving up, just a lot of tenacity, and that is the thing that Coach Shondell has looked for all year. He told us earlier in this season, I just want consistency, and tonight he got it. Definitely should be proud of his players tonight, and I certainly am. It was a great game. Great to be here with you, Logan, announcing this game. And hopefully the same way for the rest of the season here for the Foresters.
Yeah, looking at the rest of the season, Huntington's going to travel to Grace College on Friday, October the 30th. They're going to be playing Grace at 5 p.m., but then the next home game is going to be right next the next day on Halloween, Saturday, October 31st. Huntington's going to be taking on Indiana Wesleyan right here at home at 7 p.m. Please join us for that game, and hopefully the Foresters can come out with another victory and play as well as they did this game, Drayton.
Oh, without a doubt. And the Foresters, I think they've got it in them. They got used to this. They're getting into the rhythm, and I definitely think that it'll be a great game.
That's going to do it here for us at FDN Sports. I'm Logan Hunt.
And I'm Drayton Blackgrove.
Good night, everyone.